Merry Christmas. You know I love to say that all the time. So a lot of these videos I've been doing are baked goods, candies, cookies, party mix, whatever it is, which I love to do. But Christmas is also about good food. So a lot of times I'm gonna have a big Christmas party and I'm gonna have tons of people over and love to do kind of an open house, different foods. This year we're not doing that. But this is one of my favorite things to have, whether it's an appetizer or just during kind of like a grab and go, or if you even want to make it as a side. It is a roasted Brussels sprout with fried in some bacon grease, and then also a homemade aioli with it, which is just a fancy name for flavored mayonnaise. So to start, we just want to roast off some Brussels sprouts. As you can see, I already have them, the ends cut off and then cut in half just because some of them are a little too big. And also I like that because it will make for an even sear on the bottom and give them some good browning. So I'm gonna start by putting some olive oil on them. This is my grapeseed oil, you guys. This is for when we make aioli. This is the problem when you have too many things, but it's okay. We're gonna start with some olive oil. So the reason I'm using olive oil on these, it does to me add a little bit of flavor, which I like. You could use just any other, oil too, but I like the flavor it gives. So I am going to at first use my hands because the thing here is, I want that oil to be well coated. I think the biggest thing to remember with Brussels sprouts is I had them cleaned, washed, and then I put them back in the fridge, and I let them sit there overnight, and that makes sure that they dry off completely. And I mean that. You want them to be very dry because what that's gonna do, I'm adding salt and pepper now. I'm doing that before I lay them out just to make sure. So when I talk about them drying in the fridge, what that does is make sure you don't have any excess moisture from washing them still on them. And then that's gonna help so they actually brown in the oven really well. Otherwise, if they have a lot of moisture on them and they're really wet, they steam a lot more. And steaming in the oven, that's gonna lead to more of a soggy Brussels sprout, which, yeah, you've had soggy Brussels sprouts. No one wants that. It's kind of like a canned Brussels sprout. Why would you even can them? It's gross, but I've had them. So I'm turning these all over so that the cut side is down. That just ensures that you're gonna get some good browning on the bottom of that, right against the pan, which is what you want. You want good browning. You know, when you're going to all this work, you wanna make sure that everything is good. So they're all in an even layer on the bottom. I think Brussels sprouts, if they're cooked the right way, wow. So I'm gonna put a little bit more salt on top just to make sure that they're evenly seasoned. When you cook at home, it's hard to get too much salt. 90% of our salt intake comes from eating outside the home. Think about that. So we're gonna pop these in the oven. We're gonna let them start roasting. As they are roasting, right up above here, I have a skillet that's heating just slightly. And I'm gonna start cooking some bacon. This is thick cut bacon. And I'm doing thick cut because I really want the grease. I know. I'm just gonna admit something. Growing up in the Midwest, we raised pork. Even if we didn't, there's a lot of pork around, there's a lot of bacon around. We would always also save, Mom would always have a little drippings jar and save all the bacon grease. It was like gold. Because if you wanna fry up some potatoes or maybe an egg and you wanna add a ton of flavor, you know what you do? Yeah, you add bacon grease, because it's good. So instead, what I'm mimicking here is just getting that bacon grease and also adding the bacon to it and getting that flavor. So we're gonna let that slowly cook. We're gonna turn them when we need to. We're gonna make aioli. This is a festive, delicious side dish, appetizer, whatever you want it to be. So we're gonna make aioli. Fancy word for something that is so easy. I think I am someone that wants to get everyone to make mayonnaise at home. Why? Because it's healthier. 2, it's so easy that why not just do it? And it just tastes better than the bought mayonnaise, which by now I'm like, what even is that? So in here, we're gonna crack an egg. Yes, a raw egg. And yeah, I know traditionally you would have said, no, you only do the yolk. No, I do the whole egg. Why waste? No, do the whole egg. You can even buy pasteurized eggs. They actually heat them up to a certain temperature. So if you're worried about that, do that. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt because you need to flavor it. It is mayo. What is nice about this recipe, you can do all the components. The Brussels are in the oven. The bacon is on the stove. We can make aioli. It's all, guys, you can have it all. I think that's what they mean when they say you can have it all, right? I'm gonna smash the garlic clove. I cut off the end and I just smash it. So this is a garlic aioli. There are different types of aioli, but garlic is kind of the traditional aioli. And as you can see, I'm just taking off just that husk. So when I grow all my garlic, because I do, because I think everyone should, it's so easy. I have a video on it. You should watch it because it really is. You get a lot bigger cloves. So you might actually even need to cut them down if you're like me. I'm gonna add some Dijon mustard. Again, it just flavors. You just need a little bit of Dijon. It's not a lot, it's just enough. and then some lemon juice. And that's really all a mayonnaise is. And I also usually like to put a little bit of lemon zest in there. For this, it does spice it up. I forgot to cut it, but this is a lot harder way to do it, but you can still get a little bit of the zest off doing it this way. So if you're like me, don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. You can just sit here, you can zest it. You don't necessarily need the zest, but it does just add extra flavor. Why wouldn't we want that? We want a really zingy, poppy flavor in this because Brussels sprouts can take on a lot of flavor. It really wakes it up. So I'm adding that lemon juice, perfect. Now, all you do to make an aioli, you blend it. I find the easiest way is an immersion blender. You can also do a food processor, kind of whatever works better for you. I mean, if you have one that you really like to use, do that. We're gonna blitz it a few times just to get it all kind of work together. You can see that yolk, the garlic clove, it's all in there. And now we're just gonna start drizzling in. I use grapeseed, but you wanna do just a neutral flavor oil, one that doesn't have a lot of flavor. You could do olive oil if you like that flavor. I just like to do one that doesn't have flavor. So as we're going, you can see it's really firmed up. Do you see how it's so thick? You can really just kind of push through. That is showing you that it's kind of getting to its max. So we can put in a little bit more oil probably. It's kind of one of those things, each egg is obviously slightly a different size, even if you get, large eggs, that you kind of sometimes have to add or, kind of adjust as you're going. That's perfect. You can see how nice and thick it is. That's a beautiful aioli. Guys, so easy, right? The bacon's cooking away. And I buy thick cut because, as you can tell, we're getting some good bacon grease. Welcome to the Midwest. This is how you are just part of the family here. You have the bacon grease, you want it. And of course, it smells delicious. I honestly, bacon is one of those things I treat like everything else. It's a treat. You have it not all the time, but with these it's so good. So I'm gonna turn it off, we're gonna keep cooking, and then we have another batch to do. And in between batches, I am gonna pour out all this grease so we can save it and only monitor how much we need. We're not complete freaks here, okay? The bacon is still finishing up. The Brussels have baked, but they're not completely fully roasted. They're kind of like par cooked because I do want to finish them off in a little bit of that bacon flavor. Let's change it to bacon flavor instead of bacon grease because it doesn't make you quite feel the same, does it? It feels better. So you can tell they're cooked. They're just beginning on the bottom to get some color, but they're not too cooked. They're not mushy. They're not, cooked all the way through. So we're gonna let them cool just slightly as this bacon is finishing up. Then we're gonna put it all together. We have our aioli. We have everything. It's a good time. It's a good time. So I'm kind of have my station set up here. The bacon is done. I'm gonna pull off the remaining bacon pieces. And I am doing what Mom did, what Grandma did. I think grandmas everywhere have done this. I'm putting it on some paper towel lined plate because I love that I'm saving the grease to use, but then I'm saying we wanna get off the excess grease of that. But you do, because it makes it sure of it's crispy. So I am gonna pour off all this oil in here. And that's for a couple reasons. There's a lot of oil from one thing of bacon. We do not need to inundate these with oil. So I'm gonna add a little bit back, just like a couple tablespoons. I mean, oh, that smell. It smells good if you like bacon. If you don't, then I wouldn't make this. So we're gonna put in some of these about half at a time I usually do. And I like to, again, it doesn't matter to me as much this time if they go in cut side down or up, because you really are just trying to crispen up all the little extra leaves and the little craggies. So we're gonna do about half the batch. We're gonna crisp them a little bit in the oil, and then we are ready to eat. You can see I've kind of turned a few of them just to make sure that they're getting the color. This is what I love. I love that good, rich, dark color that they're getting because that's flavor. When you have color, same with meat or anything you're cooking, that is what means you have good flavor. So I'm gonna bring this over here. Look how beautiful those look. They are bright, they are vibrant, shiny, gorgeous. So to serve them, if you wanna do it as a side, obviously just sprinkle some bacon on, even if it's an appetizer or like a party food, sprinkle some of that bacon on. And then if you want to serve it just as a side and like pass it around or have it on a buffet table, you could drizzle some of the aioli over. I like to serve it in whatever I have around. Guys, you know I love collections. These are antique railroad oyster containers. So they would serve these on nice railroad cars with oysters in them. The stupid things I have, but look how fun it is. So if you're gonna have it as a party food though, you can pick up one, you can dip it. It's intoxicating. It is. It is so good. The bacon doesn't overwhelm it. And that bacon grease, honestly, most of it is just frying it and giving it that color. It's not inundating it with grease. You're getting just hints of that really good flavor, crisp it up. So in a restaurant when you get these, and there's like super crispy and good, they deep fry them. We're not deep frying them, no, we're just gonna put them in a little bit of bacon grease. So much better. So I hope you make these. I hope you just enjoy the process because it's fun. If you do it as a side dish, drizzle it on, serve it, everyone is gonna love you. So as always, what helps me the most? When you share these videos around, tag people, share it to your friends. It makes everyone just come to the party and see how easy and fun this stuff is and just try something different. As always, the recipe is in the description, but also it's on my website. Go to my website, wiseguide.com, check this recipe, stay around, just kind of move in, just make it your home. Look at all the awesome recipes. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Make some good dishes, bake some good goodies. Just enjoy whoever you can close to you. Merry Christmas, enjoy. I'm gonna keep eating.